This is activity 2.4.1, Analyzing the Washington Constitution. The instructions for this assignment are as follows. It says, well, first of all, it gives you a back. Here are some additional instructions for activity 2.4.1, Analyzing the Washington Constitution. Here are some additional instructions for activity 2.4.1, Analyzing the Washington Constitution. So for this assignment, you're going to be looking at the Washington State Constitution, and I hope you've already read the lesson, for starters, about how we got from territory to statehood, and also this introductory text. So it says that a constitution is a written document that outlines a state's or country's reasons for having government and the rules and boundaries for that government. Kind of like the United States has its own constitution, states also have their constitution. It says usually a democratic constitution limits government power and protects the rights and liberties of the people. So the Washington Constitution is an example of a primary document, an original source of information about an era or time in history. So it is an original source. Working with primary documents is an important skill for social scientists and people who specialize in social studies. You could dig deeper into the history of early citizens in Washington and their importance in shaping a new state by looking into the state constitution. And it says to open the link and examine one of the articles more closely. So you're going to click on Print Text of the Constitution. It's going to open in a different window. And it says Laws and Agency Rules. So what I would recommend is keeping that open and then clicking on Start. So the questions are going to appear, and that way you already have the Constitution up and you can answer the questions. And the questions are mainly about one article. So you're supposed to pick one article and answer questions about that article. So question 1 asks, which article in the Washington Constitution did you choose to examine more closely? So you can look at any of the articles. Maybe it's a Declaration of Rights, and you could scroll down and look at all of those. There's quite a bit of sections. Maybe it's Article 2. Maybe you want to know about the legislative department. I mean, there are a ton of articles. If I just scroll down randomly and I pick, let's see, this page, Article 5 talks about impeachment. So what is the procedure for the impeachment process of different officers? Elections and elective rights. So I'm just going to scroll up and do the first one. Pick something that interests you, because assignments are easier to do if you pick something that you're either passionate about, that you find interesting, or that you want to know more about. So I'm just going to focus here on Declaration of Rights, Article 1. And so what you'll do is you will go through and you're just going to read the different sections. If you want to, you can kind of just, not scroll through them, but look for keywords or just read some of them. You don't have to read all of them. So go ahead and read about freedom of speech, personal rights, the supreme law of the land. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, Section 13 is about habeas corpus, and then excessive bail, fines, and punishments. So read those rights. Then you're going to, answer the questions and say, which article did you pick? Article 1, Declaration of Rights. Okay, that was easy. Then you're going to describe the main topic or point of the article. That is up to you, what you think the main topic or point of the article is. I'm just going to write something about how it's discussing what rights citizens of Washington have. And let me write that now. So it describes the rights of the people of Washington State. Includes a variety of topics like personal rights, freedom of speech, all right. I would recommend writing 2 sentences. Two sentences are going to show that you have looked through all of these sections of that article and that you really understand it. So write 2 full sentences. Next, question 3 asks, why, and this is your own personal opinion, this question is not based on anything in there in the Constitution. It's based on your personal opinion. So why do you think the Washington delegates wanted to include this article specifically, so the article that you picked, in the Constitution? So I would say they wanted to outline citizens' rights so they know how to protect them. And again, write 2 sentences. Okay, so that's my own personal opinion. Why do you think they wanted to include this article? And you can look at, if you wanted to, you can go back and think about previous lessons and maybe something happened in the state's history that people wanted to make sure that certain rights were protected. Maybe it's something that there's a particular event that caused people, the delegates, to put that into the Constitution. So make sure that you, if you are trying to figure out what to write about, look back at the history of Washington, and maybe that's why they added it to the Constitution. Question 4 asks, what, if anything, is left out of this topic? So what is left out of this topic that you think should be included? Again, that is a personal opinion. You'll have to look at all the different sections, and you'll have to say what you feel is excluded. And I have a lot of students that say, I don't feel anything is left out. Don't just say that. Make sure that you add why you feel that nothing has been left out. I believe that every single right has been included, and this is important because, so remember, you need 2 sentences. Personal opinion, again, this is your own personal opinion. Now for number 5, it asks, if you had an opportunity to vote on a new constitution for Washington, would you want this article included? And this is a 2-part question, why or why not. So you could say, yes, I would want it included because ... So what is so important about this article and the different sections that you think should be included? Or maybe you could say, I think this article is important, but I don't think this other part is important. So all you're going to do is you're going to click submit, and you have submitted your assignment. If you have any additional questions or you need help, make sure that you reach out to your teacher via chat from your classroom, from your class, and you can access that through your dashboard or directly from the class itself. You can reach out to your teachers through email, text, and if you need to set up a phone meeting with them, please feel free to set up a time to meet with them on the phone. Thank you.